Hello everyone, let's have ourselves a chat. I'm John from Rusty Chains, and today our chat is about Killing Floor 3, which has been delayed. Tripwire released this statement just this morning, which reads as follows. Dear Killing Floor fans, we've made the decision to postpone Killing Floor 3's launch to an undecided date later in 2025. After taking the time to gather and discuss feedback from our recent closed beta, we've realized that we missed the mark. Our goal isn't just to make Killing Floor 3 an ambitious step forward for the franchise, but also to maintain the core experience that you've come to know and love. With the full support of our parent company, Embracer Group, we're working together on a timeline to address many of the common issues players had during the beta, including performance and stability, the UI and the UX, lighting, and weapon feel. While it's too early to say which fixes will be implemented by launch, we can confirm that an update allowing you to independently select your perk class and character is planned for post-release. We look forward to another opportunity to show you a more polished version of Killing Floor 3, and when we're ready to share more details, you will be the first to know. Until then, we thank you for your continued patience and overwhelming support. Sincerely, the Tripwire Interactive Development Team. Now, we're really going to dive into that statement in a minute, but before we do, I just want to say that I think going for delay is a very fantastic move on their part for the end experience. I think my impressions and review of the beta were more positive than most people you'd find on YouTube, but I still came away feeling like, yeah, this game's fine. You know, the beta was very damning for Killing Floor 3. Regardless of what I personally believe about the game, its public perception was tarnished. Tripwire was always going to have an uphill battle after that beta to get people interested, with all the negative word of mouth that spread. Their statement today addressed almost all the major pain points people had with the game, and said they will be working on those as a result of the delay. I think that's a huge win for them to take that time. At the very least, nobody can say they're not listening to feedback. It is, however, worth noting that they said it's too early to tell which will make it in by launch. For example, specialists are finally being killed, which is huge, and the characters are being split from perk classes post-launch. Now again, that's great, but we do need to keep expectations in check that it's not going to be completely fixed for launch. That's probably a harder sell for people to get them to purchase it, you know? But I think it will result in a sales bump when specialists are removed, and overall we're going to get a long-term, better Killing Floor 3. Now, another win here is that the statement mentions Embracer is supporting them. I'm a little skeptical on that, given that Embracer is known for selling or closing things that aren't going according to plan. I mean, they've dropped from over 15,000 employees to less than 7,000 in the past 3 years. I wouldn't be surprised if behind the scenes somebody at Embracer is sharpening an axe to swing if Tripwire and KF3 underperform. But that last bit is just paranoid speculation on my part, and I hope I'm wrong. Now, the last big thing I find myself thinking about is the release date. Tripwire has not settled on a date yet, only that it is still planned for this year. I do not envy them. This year is completely stacked, and they'll have serious competition no matter where they land. Just to name a few, there's a new Doom game, Death Stranding 2 is out, Borderlands 4 is out, the Snake Eater remake is coming out, and once again we're being pulled deeper into The Last of Us Remaster Vortex. Now to top it all off, the last few months of the year are being dominated by the fact that both the Nintendo Switch 2 and Grand Theft Auto 6 are looming overhead. Given KF3's perception issues, I wouldn't want to go against any of these if I was Tripwire. I'd almost think it would be smart to let it slip to next year, get it done with all the specialists gone, and just avoid going to war with all these games. But I don't know if that's an option for them financially. Now, what do you think? Has this changed your tune on KF3, or are you still gonna dodge the game? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, don't forget to spread the happy and stay rusty.